Hola, amigos! Place your bets, ya jack wagons. Brad the Big Noise Evans here on a solo mission with the Fade 5 podcast today. Nathaniel Lundy is toking it up with Snoop Dogg on Willie Nelson's 90th birthday celebration out in LA. So enjoy the ganja, my good man. Very envious and very jealous that you are partaking in such activities there in SoCal. But the pod shall go on with this solo mission. So let's hop aboard the Honk Honk Plus bus. And one of my favorite wagers already on the board, tied to the NFL draft. Round one went down last night, is Bijan Robinson to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And get that at plus 300 right now at BetMGM. He's got all the goods. And I know what some of you are saying, why on earth did the Atlanta Falcons pay a premium for a running back and drafted a dude inside the top 10? He's not quite a generational talent, but he's kind of a once every 5 years running back in the mold of a Saquon Barkley or Zeke Elliott. And you look at Bijan, 5'11", 215 pounds. He has all the goods. He has zero weaknesses. He's got a great head on his shoulders. And you look at some of the underlying data that's out there. Ran a 4.46 40-yard dash at the combine. A guy that forced over 100 missed tackles, led all FBS running backs in that category last season, according to PFF. Of course, he played not at Scrooby State, but he played at the University of Texas, so playing some of the stiffest competition there in college football. 4.2 yards after contact per attempt, ranked number 11 among all rushers. He was top 20 in yards per route run. He's got the hands. He's got the pass pro skills. He's got the elusiveness. And, of course, he's got the power. Again, he is a legitimate three-down running back who is turnkey, who is plug and play instantaneously from day one. And doing some research on this, what was shocking to me is not only does Atlanta have a lot of continuity on the offensive line, but they were number one. That's right, number one in run blocking efficiency, according to Pro Football Focus a year ago. So the Falcons got a great line. We'll see if Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineken can really step it up under center. But Bijan Robinson, about his time, I say he goes over his early rush yards prop available at DraftKings. It's sitting at 1,100.5. All he's got to do is average 66 rush yards per game to achieve the over on that. And he may be able to do that in just 14, 15 games. So that builds in a little bit of a safety net in case the injury amp snacks, briefly, very briefly, please, on a lower appendage for him this season. Going to be a fantasy stud. And in the betting market, somebody to take advantage of right now in the Offensive Rookie of the Year market. With that on the board, let's get after it, mi amigos, with another edition of the Fade 5. All right, numero cinco here on the countdown today. Let's go to the diamond, and hopefully the jewels are going to be our best friend. And in regards to one Kris Bryant of the Colorado Pebbles, back at home are the Rockies this evening. And you know what happens there at Coors Field. A lot of silver bullets are consumed, and a lot of balls fly into the gaps or out of the park. And taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight are the Rockies. And great history that Kris Bryant has against the starter of the bump for the Slithering Snakes, and that is Merrill Kelly. In his lifetime, he's faced him 19 times, and he has slapped 8 hits, 4 of those of the extra base hit variety. He's hit 314 at home, and he has hit the over on total bases in 3 straight games because he's got 3 consecutive multi-hit efforts. So whether it's a pair of singles, double, triple, or a round tripper tonight, especially a plus 105, take advantage of the soft market here at DraftKings. Kris Bryant over 1.5 total bags. I'm crushing some Coors Lights, and this bet's honor. Moving on, pick a numero cuatro here on the Fade 5 podcast. A little SGP action, and we're going to certainly raise the juice and then get seduced by that juice as a result. Let's go with the Texas Rangers taking on the New York Yankees. to get the Rangers specifically at least 3 runs in this game. Jacob deGrom, hopefully he's not going to pull himself out of the game because he felt something weird in his finger, and pitch at least a solid 5, if not 6 innings. He should be able to get 7+ Ks on this all threshold. And then give me Foshizo, my Rizzo, Anthony Rizzo, to log ahead. It's 10 for 29 lifetime against Jacob deGrom in his career. So he's got a nice little history there. Uno, dos, tres, mi amigos. All 3 of those legs hit. You're looking at a very cool plus 234 available at DraftKings if you use their SGP profit boost. So make sure you hit that button if you have an account on that site. Even without it, it's still close to plus 200 odds. To dig in a little bit deeper here on this wager, again, I mentioned Rizzo's already got the 10 hits historically against deGrom. That's why I like him. And that is the necessary catapult to get the juice up to where it's at, because it was in the low minus 100 numbers for him just to record a hit tonight. And I know Rizzo's kind of been a roller coaster ride so far this season, but I think he will find some green space. Texas has been wildly inconsistent in their own right in scoring this season. A team that, at one point, it was one of the best, if not the best, run scoring offenses in the league, still ranked top 10 on the season in that category. And given the matchup going up against Caleb Schmidt of the Yankees, got a 6+ ERA, I think they score and plate at least 3 in this one. Hopefully Marcus Semien and Garcia and friends can do some hellified damage. And then look at Jacob deGrom. Should easily be able to get here. The Yankees have been punch-out prone this season. Over the last 2 weeks, they have the 10th highest strikeout rate of any team in Major League Baseball. And you look at deGrom, he's got that spectacular 14.51 K per 9 mark, and an insane in the membrane, insane in the brain, a swinging strike rate. If I get that out right, it's, try to say that 10 times fast. 21.2% that category. That's off the charts. He's gone 7, 11, 9, 5, and 7 strikeouts in his turns in the rotation. And that 5 effort was that shortened one in which, he felt the twinge in his finger and said, hey, I'm out. I got to sit this one out the rest of the game because I don't know what the hell's going on. It turned out to be a big fat nothing. But so he has done this, and in games he has gone at least 5 innings. 4 out of 4 times this year, and I think he'll do it yet again. So to recap, Texas 3+ runs, Jacob deGrom with that nasty stuff, 7+ strikeouts, and Anthony Rizzo. Hey, it's me, it's Tony Rizzo to get a hit with that odds boost at DraftKings plus 234. Take advantage of them apples. Numero 3, so the Fade 5 today. Let's go to the NBA playoffs. So we have the Golden State Warriors taking on the Sacramento Kings in what's been a highly entertaining series so far. But I am fading the chef, and it may wind up boiling me in all the wrong places as a result. But I'm taking the under 11.5 assists plus rebounds, minus 115, available there at BetMGM. The reason I'm under on this is because Curry has been under this proposition in 7 of 9 matchups against the Sac this year. In fact, he has been under this in every single playoff matchup against the Kings. He's gone 8, 9, 9, 9, and 10. And I don't think there's going to be a sudden surge up to a 12. If you see at other books, maybe the number is at 10.5. I would still take the under on that. You look at Sacramento, sure. They've allowed the most assists per game to the opposition here in this postseason and the 5th most rebounds per game. So by those metrics, those measurements, Curry should crush the over on this. But because Draymond Green does a lot of little things, and because really he doesn't have to do a whole lot on the glass, and maybe you're looking at 5 rebounds, maybe you're looking at 5, maximum of 6 assists, and that's still, with my very rudimentary math, places, the under. And that's where I'm standing on Steph Curry, 11.5 assists plus rebounds against the Kings, minus 115 at BetMGM. Moving on, and let's go to the SGP market, shall we? We got the Lakers taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in this playoff matchup, and I'm all about the block party. If you follow me on Twitter, I posted a block party prop in SGP the other day at BetMGM, and stupid Jared Vanderbilt ruined it. He pistoned my nachos at plus 360. Didn't register a block as well. The last matchup, the Grizzlies DDT'd, body slam, suplexed the Lakers, and Vanderbilt only had some really foul trouble, but really didn't see the floor along with the rest of the starters for much of the fourth quarter. But tonight, Vanderbilt is not a part of this equation. We're going to go 80, 2+ blocks. LeBron, with one or more blocks, and Ja Morant to get a steal. And you see that there. All three of those events occur. Plus 150 available at DraftKings Sportsbook. I'll give you some background. Davis has gone 7-5, 3-4, 2-2, and 5 in all 7 matchups against the Memphis Grizzlies this season. So last checked, all of those are the necessary 2 blocks. He's gotten overs in every single game against the Grizz this season, who, by the way, have the most opponent blocks per game here in the NBA postseason, 8 flat, and it's significantly the most by a wide margin. LeBron, meanwhile, in this series has gone 3 blocks, 1 block, 1, 2, and 1. So he's registered at least 1 swat in every single game. And in the regular season, he also did this in his matchup against the Grizzlies, the low matchup that he had. So he's done this in all 6 games that he's faced Memphis this year. So I'm feeling very good about those 2 front end legs. Here's where it gets a little adventurous, to say the least. Ja Morant in the steals market. Again, I just need one. Just one. That's all I need of the swipes. And he's gone 2-0-3 and 1 steals in this series, and 2 steals and 0 steals in the 2 matchups in the regular season against the Lake Show. So he's been over 5 of 7. The trend hopefully will continue to be thy friend, though the Lakers have allowed the second fewest opponent steals per game, 6 even, here in this NBA postseason. So to recap, Anthony Davis, 2+ blocks. LeBron James, 1 or more blocks. Ja Morant, 1 or more steals. Ooh, very cool. Plus 150 available at DraftKings on that SGP. All right, last and certainly not least, numero uno, my friends, on the Fate 5 podcast countdown today. De'Aaron Sly like a fox, and he's certainly that in this category. I'm taking the over on 1.5 steals against the Dubs. A little juicy there, minus 125 available at BetMGM. Fox has been a cha-ching, a human ATM in this category for the entirety of the NBA postseason. He's gone 3 steals, 4 steals, 2 steals, 1 steal, is only under, and 2 steals. And in the regular season, he went over once, though, in just 3 games in this series. So he's hit the over in 5 of 8 matchups against Golden State this season. And the Warriors have allowed the 7th most opponent steals per game here in the NBA postseason, giving up 8.2. So Fox, working those hands, shoot with the defense, slapping the leather, and hopefully maybe even take it the other way for an easy 2. Should be able to cash on this. I wouldn't be surprised if this, hits by the end of the first half. So De'Aaron Fox, yeah, be oh so sly, my friend, in the steals category, and hit that over 1.5 against the Warriors, minus 125. At BetMGM. All right, before we get out of here, I got to put my huevos on the line. I already gave you an SGP at plus 234. Really, that probably should have been my TeamHuevos parlay play of the day, but I got another bonus time version for you here. And it's with the Atlanta Braves, who took years off my life yesterday, giving up 5 runs to the Marlins. It was, I think, at the top of the 8th inning or the 9th. It didn't matter. They blew that game, blew my money line parlay that I had with them and the Twins as a result. So hopefully they can pay me back and hit all legs here. Give me Atlanta on the alt run total plus 2.5, meaning they could lose this game by 2 or fewer runs, and I still cash a ticket. Of course, if they win, that also cashes the front end of this. Give me Atlanta 3+ runs, which they have scored in 6 of their last 7 games. And then here it was where it really gets interesting, and hopefully the road will not be too crooked for me. Ronald Acuna Matata, give me a hit, and Austin Riley, give me a hit. All those legs hit. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, mi amigos, plus 140 at DraftKings. Why do I like Acuna taking on David Patterson? Well, Patterson's a lefty, or Peterson, excuse me, is a lefty. I get his name right, Evans. And Acuna is 10 for 31 against Southpaws this season. I was only 2 for 12 against David Peterson in his career. But again, I will take him in the advantageous position he usually puts himself in against left-handed pitching. And then Austin Riley's just been a masher. Now against Peterson in his career, he's 8 for 16, but against lefties in general. This season, 9 for 27 against Southpaws. So again, Acuna hit, Riley hit. The Braves correlate, synergize, bring it all together. If those guys are getting hit, that could be a long ball variety. You never know. Or maybe a double. This knocks in a run. They're going to score at least 3 runs to the Bravos tonight. And the Bravos, too, cover on the alt-run line at plus 2.5. And you see the juice there at plus 140. All right, a couple additional bonus time plays for you. We've got game 1 between the Suns and the Nugs coming up on Saturday. And I'm going to go with NSGP on this one. Give me Kevin Durant to get at least 1 block shot, and Nikola Jokic to get a triple-double? No. To get assists, rebounds, points of some variety? No. I just need 1 steal. A steal. So Durant, 1 block. Jokic, 1 steal. That's even money, plus 100 at BetMGM. We put those 2 together. Durant has done this in 5 of 7 matchups against Denver, including the regular season. And the Nugs have allowed the 6th most opponent blocks per game here in the postseason, 4.8 in that category. Meanwhile, you look at Jokic, he has been over this 5 of 7 matchups against the Suns this year, getting at least that 1 steal. And Phoenix, though, has allowed the 4th fewest steals per game at 6.6 here in the postseason. Still, just 1 each. This happened very early. Then we can turn the channel to, another show, or, hop on the Netflix or maybe Amazon Prime, or maybe I'll catch a Bob Barry on HBO Max. Love that show. And I know it's gotten really dark and twisted. So what is not dark and twisted is this prop cashing. KD 1+ block, Jokic 1+ steal at plus 100 there at BetMGM. And then last one for you. Give me Pete Alonso in baseball on the over 1.5 total bases. Already talked about this Mets matchup against the Atlanta Braves. I'm stripping this one out and playing it individually. You can play this at Bet Rivers. They are the only ones that I've seen that have this at 1.5. Everybody else has it at 0.5 of a total base, and it's sky high on the juice. But it's plus 155 on the 1.5. You look at Alonso in a slump right now. He is 0 for his last 16, but he's about to bust out of it because he is 9 for 32 with 9 extra base hits, 2 homers, and 7 RBI against Max Fried. He's going to be taking the rawhide for the ATL. He has gotten at least 2 total bags in a game 12 times this year. And I know Fried has got a storied history against New York, a 2.78 career ERA and just a 0.60 ERA overall this year. But Pete Alonso plus 155. Yeah, I get seduced and sucked in by that juice there at Bet Rivers. All right, I'm out of time here on the Fade 5 podcast. Watch live online. Myself, Michael Kimmer, Jared Smith, and friends going to be breaking down the entire weekend slate betting action. We're going to look ahead in the NFL draft and also all of the action on the diamond, the hard court, the ice on Friday night. Watch it on Bally Sports, regional sports networks, or you can stream it at Stadium at watchstadium.com/live. That's watchstadium.com/live starting at noon Eastern. Also, drop us a rating and review if you enjoy this podcast, would you kindly? And also follow us on the Twitter. I could check my free spreadsheet picks out. at all my idiotic takes at Noisy Huevos, and Lundy does the same at Nate Lundy. Lundy's going to be back with me on Tuesday. Until then, as always, feed or follow. That is up to you.